Hi, this is Dr. Archibald. I want to talk to you for a moment about Robert Schultz's Hardball. This is an example of how a writer, or I want to use this as an example of how a writer uses summary and scene. So we're going to look at the bottom of the third page. We'll move this around a little bit. So he is talking here about playing summer ball, baseball, and then starts a section about his first spring in playing college ball. Everything that went before this paragraph here at the bottom of the page can be considered summary, giving background, etc. But now he zooms in to a scene. I was in the field late in a tight, let's go to the next page, a tight game. There was a man on first. Okay, so now you are down on the field with him. The focus of the writing is tight, and you see the action start to develop. Notice that he gives the action. We see what he does in response to the base runner, and then in the next paragraph he reflects on what he did. So here's the reflection part. The instant of decision seemed to stretch out, blah blah blah, and then he gets back into the scene. He ran straight on, and then he goes and he talks a little bit more about what happened. I made a little throw and I made a little jump and lofted my throw over the head of the runner. Too soft to complete the double play. So, and then the play, as it turned out, was inconsequential. He's pulling back now from that particular scene, and he does a little bit of reflection here, and he starts to second guess himself. It should have been me. I should have nailed him, I said to myself. And then he goes into another brief scene here. I showered and went to supper, and I went to my room in the dorm, listened to some music, spent some time with my friends. One of them, who had drawn a low draft number, was reading a Canadian novel. He said he wanted to feel at home if he had to go. It was 1971. Okay, so now baseball is interrupted by 1971 and the Vietnam War, but he goes back to reflect on what he's just done, and then at the bottom here he thinks some more about what his father told him to do as a second baseman, to throw into the batter. But he decides at the top here near the end, and Vietnam is now a part of all of this, and the idea that it's become real to him, and there's an idea here that he has to come up with his own values. So he said, I had not done as my father taught me, but in the end I didn't feel ashamed. Instead, a small coal of pride began to glow in the middle of my chest. In that instant of decision, I had hit upon a value of my own. So you can see how this summary, scene, reflection works, in a particular essay. And then that third item, the Vietnam War in this case, comes in and allows the writer to come to a resolution of his problems. Okay? Thanks.